Hey guys, it's Jason. Today we're going to do something a little different. I figured I'd pop into Minecraft and maybe see about turning this wonderful little island that I found into something a little more, I want to say decorative, survivable, comfortable, just something a little cooler. So I'm going to build a house today and we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to kind of do it off the cuff and we'll see what I end up with. You're probably wondering why me and this pig back there are in the trees. Well, as you can see, I'm kind of stranded right now. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll fast forward through the boring parts and then we'll do the detail work together. Sound good? Alright, everybody, here we go! Alright guys, that's the basic idea. I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna do in here. To be perfectly honest, this is kind of a... I'm kind of winging it. And I think it kind of shows a little bit because this is... it looks good, but it's laid out kind of weird, and I don't know if I can make it work or not. So I'm gonna try it, but... yeah. I think if it's possible to make it work, I think I can do it, but you just never know. Let's see, one thing I do want to do... skylights. Skylights look good. Yeah, let's do it right about there. So what you're going to find when I'm building a house, especially in creative mode like this, I tend to scrap things a lot and redo them. You know, I can't make up my mind about things. Do things that look okay, and then I change my mind at the last second and scrap them and start over. Which is really inefficient, wastes a lot of time, and sometimes I end up going back to whatever I was doing before. Yeah, see, I don't like that. I think those need to be recessed a bit, you know, raised up. Just a little. Change my roof. It's going to probably end up being a little thicker than I was anticipating, but that's okay. So we'll just go ahead and do the skylight portion of the roof for now, and then I'll fill in the rest of it later. Probably. And I think I might add some things to that later too. Okay, yeah, that'll work. That's fine. Just gives it a little bit more of a shape. Nothing worse than just flat windows in a flat box. Retard! Oh, it's not good. Something's missing on the fireplace, too. No. That doesn't look very good, does it? Will that be better? Yeah, I think that'll work. Shouldn't hurt anything. Yeah, they're what, 4x4 now? Yeah, that's okay. I can live with that. So something else that we need is netherrack, because I said so. And that would be netherrack. That looks fine. Nothing's burning that's not supposed to be. Pretty much it's all good now. Kind of playing a little bit there. But I don't think I like it, so I'm gonna... place. Yeah, like that. Not like that. Not like that. So that one worked. This one will not. Why? Because it just doesn't want to. Hey, look at that. I don't know. Looks a little weird. I mean, it looks cool, but it looks weird. I don't know. I'll come back to that. Let's see. Yeah, we might as well have skylights everywhere here. As you can see, I've never actually been inside a modern style home before in my well, I take that back. There was one, but oops. But I really barely remember it, and it was odd anyway. It was built into a cliff. It was kind of cool, but took forever to get anywhere. Had all these crazy catwalks and things. Nobody cares, Jason. Nobody cares. Oh, I won't talk anymore. So yeah, that'll work. And then I don't need one there. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll just go ahead and call that good. That should be okay. Mostly because I can put like a skylight or something, or a lamp. A thing. I want a second floor. You know what? I am going to fill this in, and I'm going to think about whether I want a second floor or not, because kind of I do. And kind of I don't really think it's necessary. I fall off the edge here. There we go. Yeah, I won't. Second stories. Ooh. And then I did. Fell off the edge. Just like I said I would. Damn good. Kinda, I don't know. Second story. I got room for stairs. There's no problems there, but let's see. Yeah, wow, it needs something. Kind of help offset the fact that the ceiling is ridiculously tall. Otherwise, it's just going to look bad. We don't want it to look bad. Heard the cat out there in the kitchen. Looks like he knocked something over. Not gonna go check because I don't want to know. I'm gonna leave this part hollowed out for now because that might be where the stairs are going. No sense doing it if I'm just gonna have to redo it. I actually prefer, when I'm making a house that I think might have 2 stories, I prefer to make it 2 blocks thick most of the time. And the reason for that is really pretty simple. You can do blocks for the ceiling on the first floor, and they don't have to also be the floor blocks on the second floor. If that makes any sense. So like up here I could have carpeting or, you know, whatever, and it won't make my ceiling look like a weird color, like blue in certain spots, things like that. So yeah, always go up 2 and you know, one thing I could do. I like this. Looks really off, but maybe... I don't think I like that. If though... See that's not so bad. I kind of like that. I think I can work with that one. Let's go all the way around. God, flying too far away to... Too far away to put the blocks down. That's lovely. Tree. Let's just go ahead and deforest. And I ain't talking like bones on Star Trek. I mean, we're gonna take these trees and get rid of them. Okay, so that's better. Doesn't completely take away from the design that I had going on here. Second story. Well, it's obviously not going to be there because of the skylights, but I could do something up over here, maybe. I don't know. You know what? No. I think it's just going to be one story. I think what I'll do is I'll put a nice thing on top, though. I don't know what it's called. Not an architect. Definitely. Clearly, I'm not an architect. No architect in the world would build a house like this. You know what? I think I'm going to go a little farther than that. I'll show you guys kind of what I'm looking at, though. Modern buildings do that, right? I'm sure I have no idea what I'm doing. Sometimes we have to make sacrifices for the greater good. And in this case, I think the greater good is actually going along One thing I'm gonna say right now is I am not an interior designer. Either in real life or in the game, for that matter. I really don't do well with furniture and things like that. In fact, I hate that part of the process more than anything. It's because I'm just not very good at it. Feels really skinny. You know what? I'm just going to build it and we'll see how it looks. If it looks really, really off, then I just won't finish that particular part. Or rather, I'll take it down or adjust it or something, because something else is lighting is going to be an issue in here. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do for that yet. Well, I don't completely hate this. It's just something's just not right. And I think it's just the fact that it's really narrow and looks therefore maybe a little weird. And I'm normally not a big fan of flat, square roofs either, but I think in this case that's kind of what I want. Well, doesn't look too bad from out here, I guess. Can work with that. What about the inside? Do I fill it in, or do I want to put another skylight in here? See, if I fill it in, that's simple. It doesn't involve me adding anything to the top. If I put in another skylight, though, it's either going to be a little lower than I would like in terms of the ceiling around it. These ones are recessed a little bit. You see there's a 1 block height change there. On this side, either it's not going to have that, or I'm going to have to raise the roof up here even more, and I just don't think that's what I want to do, because that's going to make this spot here look really tall. It seems a little silly. So yeah, I think we'll just do this and we'll see how it looks. And if it looks really terrible, maybe I'll put the skylight in. I mean, we've got skylights over on that side. We don't want to do everything exactly the same. Really symmetrical stuff is really boring. Although that does look like it needs something. Damn it. You know, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I think I can live with it. So let's do some furniture as a change of pace here. What in the world am I going to do? It looks really odd, but I'm playing, so. reckon I can do better. What do you guys think? Okay, couch? Do I want to do that, maybe? What do you think? That look okay? I think I am gonna go ahead and just go with it. I think that seems like the best possible idea. Needs more though. Needs a coffee table or something. Let's get some chairs. What do you think? Chairs? Really nice. And absurdly wide. Yeah, it doesn't work, does it? Retrospect, I could have done those as whole slabs, which probably doesn't really matter, but it's gonna make me feel a little better, so. Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, just like a thin back piece for the chair. I don't know, I'm kind of undecided about this whole mess. This looks just a little bit weird. Well, you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. It doesn't look terrible, it's a little funky. Sometimes a little funky is a good thing. Yeah, what else I could do? And probably a different texture from the rest of that, I just don't know what. Although in keeping with my... Whoops! We could do that, maybe. Matches the fireplace. Okay. I dig it. Let's keep it. It's fine. Go with it. What to do with this corner over here? Maybe some plants or something. Good. Ooh, you're speaking the witch. Let's go ahead and add a few odds and ends here. The first odd and end is going to be these. Look weird when you come in, you're like, what? Actually, I think that's okay. It's going to solve some of my lighting issues. But the thing is, I don't know that I like it yet. I think my problem with this is I don't want to do it everywhere. Because I think the whole house does not need that kind of treatment. Maybe I don't need it at all. Maybe I'll save the shrubbery for the outside. So instead, let's go ahead and put glowstone along the walls in places where I know I'm going to want it. Or be able to get away with putting it anyway. One trick is to put it under the windows, but obviously I can't do that. Because if I do that, you know, of course it'll take out these blocks, and it'll have look like that out here. And we don't want that. So that's a bust. I feel like there's something else out here that I want to do. You know what? I think I'm going to come back to that too. Thinking. Where they don't light as well, and, you know. Really need to see this at night. Fortunately, my time commands have been all screwed up for a while, so I don't know what's going on with that, but it'll be dark soon, and then I can look. But I mean, from the outside, it doesn't look terrible, does it? I don't think so. Maybe a little detail work up top, but I think it looks okay. It looks very modern, which is what I was going for, so that's good. So guys, I think I'm going to call it here because I'm still mulling over some of these things, but that's a good start today. And we'll come back next week, I think next Wednesday is the plan, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. gloves.